According to the Appraisal Institute of Canada, basement renovations yield a 50 to 75% return on investment. Homeowner Sanita takes us through her basement reno. Here's how she made sure it was done right.
We called Chris to help us finish our basement. I just want to create a really good living space for the family to get together and watch movies, and a place for my boys to play.
Hands down, the most common jobs I get hired to do are finishing and renovating basements. Homeowners always see the value in investing to expand the living space of the home to make it larger.
So tell me what you got in mind. What do you want to see in the space?
Well, I really love a home theater and of course a huge flat screen TV.
Most homeowners focus a lot of the updates on how they'll use the space and how they want it to look, the finishes and decor elements. I often have to explain the importance of building a good foundation for all the finishes.
So Chris, this is the basement. I'm thinking TV room over here. I'm thinking games room over here.
Looks great. You got lots of space. Let's go take a look around.
When finishing a basement, I always check the state of the insulation. It plays such a major role in the comfort of the space and can help homeowners save a lot of money.
You can see here that there's been some condensation issues in behind the insulation, and basically it just didn't have a chance to breathe. I'd recommend going with a vapor permeable barrier that's going to allow, when the condensation builds up, it'll breathe and allow it to transfer in and out so that it'll dry up.
So can we just use what's already there and take off the plastic?
Typically, when you're looking at your budgets, insulation is only going to cost you 1 to 3% of what you're spending on that whole entire basement. And the value you get for this small investment is worth it. Proper insulation provides a comfortable space that is also acoustically sound.
You notice the temperature difference from upstairs to downstairs?
Yes, it is a bit colder.
With a continuous layer of insulation, you can actually regulate that thermal loss.
Oh, really?
And you actually save on heating and cooling bills.
I had never even really thought about upgrading the insulation, but it made sense since everything was accessible now. Plus, when Chris mentioned about saving money on our energy bills, that was really appealing.
You can install a product like Comfort Board IS.
So how is this any different than what's already installed right now?
Well, Comfort Board IS is actually vapor permeable and moisture resistant. This will allow any condensation in the back of that wall to dry out instead of building up. Here, let me show you. With the Comfort Board IS, it can go right up against the concrete wall. This will allow a better nesting spot for the studs to go in and close any air gaps. Between the studs, we go with a Comfort Bat. The Comfort Bat expands also, closing down those air gaps between the studs. Now we can finish off with a vapor barrier, then a smart barrier. This will manage your condensation. And a company like Roxul actually uses stone and recycled materials. It's mold, water, and rot resistant.
I hadn't even considered any of those factors when planning for the basement, but I was really happy to hear Chris making great suggestions for our family, especially since the boys were going to be down there all the time.
Okay, so let's talk about why we're here. The media room.
Yes, the media room. I have a lot of great ideas for this space. Where do you want to start, Chris? With the paint colors or the flooring?
Actually, insulation plays a key role in this room too. Soundproofing means you keep the sounds within the room.
Safe and sound helps absorb noise, like music, people talking, and even kids fighting.
Did you know that Roxul insulation is fire resistant and can delay the spread of fire? So in the event of a house fire, it won't give off smoke or toxic gases, and could even increase the time you have to get out of the house.
After my consultation with Chris, I realized that there was a lot more to consider than just how the room was going to look. I learned a lot about how insulation was so important to how we will use the room. You know, the comfort, the money we'll save, the soundproofing, and most importantly, the safety.
Finishing the basement is an investment. Make sure it's planned properly. Think about the bigger picture. Not just the room you want to build, but how the overall space will be used and affects your home.